Good morning. Claire here with the Alexander Technique. This is my last it's a third of 3 videos. I was having trouble counting. 3 videos. And they are about Mobilignment points for the upper body. I had a student asking me about this because there are, over the whole body, there are now 10 Mobilignment points. But I think one of the things that many movers struggle with is just kind of stiffness in the ribs and the shoulder girdle. And you know, when it's nice and free in your shoulder girdle, it's just so great. Who wouldn't want that? So just to go over the previous 2, we started with a point at the bottom of the shoulder blade. And so right here, as I'm sitting here, I notice that my shoulder blades are they're not moving. And so if it doesn't really take extra tension to become aware of my shoulder blades. But if I just go imagine really where this little point is, something happens and it starts to regain its mobility in my back. And feels good, and it makes it easier for me to breathe. So that was the one we started with. And then we moved on to, this felt pretty stiff, but the inside of the elbow. So that was the one where we practiced just touching it, resting it on something, using it as a lever, kind of realizing, oh, that's my upper arm. So it helps you actually define what your upper arm is. And now today, the third one is a point for the lower arm, which is the very tip of this lower arm bone. It's called your ulna. And you know what's really interesting about this bone is that it's this one, even when your arm is straight, that bone, because of the nook in your arm, that bone, it's kind of hard to see, is still free. In other words, it's not buried in the joint. So, a really easy way to begin to get access to this is just to rest it on a surface and slide it around a little bit. And what you'll start to realize is that first of all, then you've got this independence, but still this, so you can fold this joint and your thumb can turn and everything can stay very free and mobile here. So just practice that, sliding it back towards your body or maybe even behind your body, and then letting it go out in front of your body. But what's so wonderful is when you don't have to lock this bone to this bone, but you can have a freedom and mobility between the two. And then what starts to happen is you can really move your arms, especially if you remember the gliding of the shoulder blade point. You all of a sudden have all this articulation in your arms without there having to be any strain on your ribs, your chest, or any loss of the ease in your breathing or anything like that. So in my Mobilignment workshops and classes, what we start to do is just very lightly learn one point at a time and then play with them in combination with each other. And there's infinite numbers of combinations. So I hope you found this helpful and fun, and you can use those points in absolutely any movement that you're working with. So peace and love. Thanks for watching. Bye.